narrator of today's ceremony. Today, Major General Chad Franks will preside as Colonel Don Gates officially retires and relinquishes command of the 4th Battery to Colonel Kurt Helgenstein. The change of command ceremony we're about to witness today is a modification to our traditions, which are deeply rooted in history. The COVID-19 pandemic has presented us an opportunity to display our resilience and innovation while faced by adversity. Thank you for your understanding as we deviate from our preferred ceremonial customs and courtesies and military traditions. The change of command dates back to the time of the Roman legions. In that period, military organizations developed flags that were unique to the organization with specialized colors and designs. When the warriors followed their leaders into battle, they kept sight of the flag. If the banner still waved after the conflict, it was a sign that their side had not tasted defeat on the field of battle. Having this position of importance, the flag was incorporated into the change of command ceremony. The organizational banner was exchanged in public for all to see that the one who holds the flag is the unchallenged leader. The modern-day ceremony is principally symbolic, yet it still indicates to all the authority of the incoming commander in the finest military traditions. The outgoing commander surrenders the flag and says, "Sir, I relinquish command." This gesture is accomplished in front of the unit so that everyone can see and witness their new leader assuming their dutiful position. The symbolic tradition has survived for military history and will serve as a key event of this solemn military ceremony. Today, with 8 simple words and the passing of the flag, command of the 4th Battery will transfer from Colonel Gates to Colonel Helgenstein. The instant Colonel Helgenstein takes the flag from General Franks, he assumes command of the 4th Battery and all the responsibilities the position entails. At this time, we'd like to recognize our special guests. Command Chief, 9th Air Force, Chief Master Sergeant Benjamin Petty and his wife Kathleen. Command Chief, 4th Battery, Chief Master Sergeant Eric West. Chairman, Military Affairs Committee, Mr. Jeremiah Daniels and his wife Kate. Also from the Military Affairs Committee, Mr. Rick Sumner and his wife Susan. We would also like to welcome guests of the official party. Accompanying our presiding official, Major General Franks, is his wife Kim. Accompanying Colonel Gates is his wife Maggie and their children Max and Nick. Accompanying Colonel Helgenstein is his wife Tabitha, son Kyle, daughter Ellie, his parents Bill and Carol Helgenstein, niece Rebecca Soller, and nephew Benji Soller. Finally, we would like to welcome all 4th Battery Airmen and our friends from around the Goldsboro community who are joining us this morning while watching remotely. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party.
We again come!
The national anthem by Colonel Helgenstein's niece Rebecca, and the invocation by Chaplain Robin.
Hurry, rest!
May we pray. O God, it is fitting that the fourth change of command converges on a date which is rich with significance. From the resolution in 1776 that the American colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, to Congress establishing the Army Air Corps 94 years ago, we understand this moment to be pivotal for our nation's future. With great admiration, we celebrate the sacrifice and service Colonel Gates, his wife Maggie, and their children have given to protect our freedom. General Patton said the highest obligation and privilege of citizenship is that of bearing arms for one's country. This family's life-changing legacy is emblazoned on all our hearts. Today, Colonel Helfenstein's proven character and capabilities have guided him to this opportunity. May he be safeguarded by your wisdom and principles to bravely advance the fourth division. We also ask that his wife Tabitha and your children are sustained by your strength and presence. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Rebecca and Chaplain Rafter. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 9th Air Force, Major General Chad Franks.
Thank you, everyone. So I got to say that one of the positives of this whole pandemic situation that we find ourselves in is the fact that we've had to be creative and find new and different places to have changes of command. Normally we go in hangar. Last week we went down to Central, meeting the command chief, and they did their change of command out in the Heritage Park, used their aircraft downstate that they repainted and put back out after the summer. And then today here, being in this atrium, pretty special. You look around and see all the history. So that's pretty cool. So I think you got to take a pause about that. Welcome everyone. It's a great day here in North Carolina. It's a great day for the 4th Fighter Wing, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, 9th Air Force, and of course our United States Air Force. I got to start by saying thanks to Colonel Helfenstein's niece, Rebecca. That was outstanding. How about her? Thanks, Chaplain. Great words. I want to thank everyone who ventured out this morning and is doing a good job of spreading out so that we can actually have this ceremony and stay safe in these unusual times. Chairman Daniels and Mrs. Daniels, Mr. Rick Sumner and his wife Susie, thanks for coming out. I think it speaks to the relationship that Seymour Johnson and the 4th Fighter Wing have with the local community. It's pretty special, and it's evidenced by the fact that you're out here during this ceremony. So thank you. Commanders, honorary commanders, congressional community leaders, and especially the airmen families of the 4th Fighter Wing, the kid joined us this morning for watching online. I want to thank everyone for attending. Today is an exciting day for the 4th Fighter Wing as we say farewell to Colonel Don D.C. Gates and his wife Maggie, their son Zach, Max, and Nick. Welcome the new commander of the 4th Fighter Wing, Colonel Kurt Bigfoot Helfenstein, his wife Tabitha, and their children Colin and Mike. I'm proud to officiate today's ceremony. You know, Seymour Johnson was my first duty station, where I learned many lessons as a young lieutenant back in 1991. I'm told the training library I organized using the new decimal system remains the best seen day. At least that's what was written in my report. You know, someone once said that history makes us smarter and heritage makes us prouder. The 4th Fighter Wing was established on 28 July 1947. The Wing's 4th Operations Group originated in England, the Royal Air Force Eagle Squadron, from 245 American volunteers, made up 3 squadrons that later became the 4th Operations Group. The 4th Operations Group achieved many aviation milestones, justly earning the motto, 4th but first. It was the first to enter Germany in World War II, the first to accompany bombers to Berlin, and the first to down enemy fighter aircraft in World War II, producing 38 aces. By war's end, the 4th Fighter Group was credited with over 1,000 enemy aircraft destroyed, many more than any other unit 1957. Throughout its history, the 4th Fighter Wing has flown British Spitfires, P-51 Mustangs, F-86 Sabres, F-105 Thuds, F-4 Phantoms, and now the mighty F-15 Strike Eagle. No matter where the airmen of the 4th Fighter Wing were stationed, or which airframes they flew, they have been in the air on the front lines of all of our nation's wars since 1947. From Korea to Vietnam to the Gulf War to the current war on terror, the men and women of the 4th Fighter Wing have earned their reputation as one of the most distinguished fighter units in the world. As we sit here today, the warriors of the 4th Fighter Wing stand ready to respond on short notice to any worldwide tasking and execute the Wing's mission: train, produce, project air power for America. Rest assured, though, that it is not the machines, but the innovative airmen who fly them, maintain them, and support them that ensure we remain the most dominant air force on the planet. Warfighters that take care of our nation's business every day. Colonel Yates leads us following a 2-year command tour, filled with many successes, only a few of which you will hear about when his declaration citation is read in a few minutes. Under the leadership of Colonel Yates, the men and women of the 4th Fighter Wing have flown over 26,000 training and combat sorties across the globe. As the largest combat-ready wing in the Air Force, the wing executed multiple deployments in support of Operations Inherent Resolve and Freedom Center. Additionally, during Operation Rapid Swords, the 4th Fighter Wing demonstrated a new way to present air forces to the combatant commanders, enhancing readiness and improving our interoperability with our NATO allies. DC's leadership encouraged further development of this vision and laid the groundwork for the 4th Fighter Wing to be among the first to adapt the fighter wing structure to better align with the joint force, enabling the dynamic force deployment and agile combat requirements in the 2018 National Defense Strategy. Finally, the most recent challenge of commanding through a global pandemic. DC connected the 4th Fighter Wing to the community like never before, providing consistent and personal messaging to keep the team healthy, strong, and mission-focused. The warriors of the 4th Fighter Wing have been exceptional because they were exceptionally well led. DC, you've done a fantastic job here at the 4th Fighter Wing. This is your heritage. You should be proud. The airmen of the 4th Fighter Wing are definitely better because of their leadership. They stand ready to continue producing the Combat Air Force's premier F-15 aircrew and support the national defense of combat-ready airmen and aircraft. The wing is poised to enable a more dynamic and agile response force posture, further supporting the 9th Air Force priorities of delivering ready forces for combat operations, developing resilient airmen and families, and empowering our airmen to be resourceful. I'm proud to call the innovative and collaborative airmen of the 4th Fighter Wing part of our team. But DC, you didn't get the 4th Fighter Wing where it is today alone. Maggie, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize your contributions as well. Over the past 2 years, you've connected airmen, families, spouses, and the community. And we're always ready and willing to ensure that the airmen and families of the 4th Fighter Wing are well taken care of. Thank you for all that you have done for the wing and for your continued support of DC throughout what is surely one of the highlights of his career. DC, thanks for everything that you and Maggie have done for our Air Force mission during your 24 years of service. Best of luck as you move on to the next phase of life and retirement, down the road to Kinston, North Carolina. But first, going on an expedition prior to that, apparently. Fly exclusive is lucky you didn't leave your caliber. I often say that our airmen deserve great leadership. And that is just what they will get from Colonel Kirk Bigfoot Huffenstein as he takes the reins of this amazing wing. Colonel Huffenstein comes to us with an impressive resume, filled with an exceptional range of assignments and accomplishments that have well prepared him for this challenging and prestigious position. Colonel Huffenstein is a weapons officer and a command pilot, more than 2,500 flying hours and over 900 combat hours. His road to the 4th Fighter Wing includes highlights, such as being a weapons school instructor, deploying 7 times, and serving as the 494th Fighter Squadron Commander at Lake East. Bigfoot comes to us from Mount Hope Air Force Base, Idaho, where he served as one of the Air Force's first deputy commanders of operations, in line with the Air Force's new Fighter Wing organization. Bigfoot understands the mission. He understands the challenges that come along with it, and I have complete faith in his ability to lead this wing of incredible airmen. Fortunately, Colonel Helfenstein will have a great teammate by his side. Tabitha, thanks for your support to Bigfoot, and I know you will continue to help him take care of all of our airmen and their families during your time here at Superman. Colonel Helfenstein's leadership and farming experience make him the right leader for this command. Bigfoot, as you lead this incredible wing of warriors, you owe them 2 things: discipline and purpose. This is a dangerous business, and compliance with Air Force instructions, technical orders, and checklists is crucial. We must be a disciplined force so that we don't break things or hurt people. And always ensure every airman knows their purpose. Every airman matters, regardless of where they work in the wing. From the flight line, to the chow hall, to the security at the gate, to the wing commander. No job is more important than the other. It takes all airmen to ensure we accomplish the mission and protect our nation. Congratulations on taking command. Kim and I look forward to meeting you, Tabitha, and the family. We wish you all the best. To the warriors of the 4th Fighter Wing, thanks for all you do to make your mission happen. Your nation counts on you every day, and you never cease to deliver. Your perseverance, your persistent deployments, ongoing training, and combat operations has proven that you are truly one of the best. Thank you for taking such great care of Colonel Yates. I know you will do the same for Colonel Helfenstein. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining us both here and online. The contributions of the 4th Fighter Wing in defense of our nation are undeniable. And together, we will continue to be the most dominant Air Force on the planet. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation.
Wing is hurt.
Due to social distancing, the citation will only be read at this time and will be formally presented to Colonel Yates at a later date.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. This is to certify that the Legion of Merit has been awarded to Colonel Don C. Yates. Colonel Don Yates distinguished himself by exceptionally meritorious conduct and the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 4th Fighter Wing, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, North Carolina, from 3 July 2018 to 31 July 2020. During this period, Colonel Yates' distinctive leadership resulted in unprecedented effectiveness for the 4th Fighter Wing, the Air Force's largest combat-ready F-15EB, comprised of over 12,700 airmen, civilians, and families, supporting 94 F-15E aircraft, valued at $5.1 billion. Colonel Yates' foundational leadership revolutionized the 4th Fighter Wing's mindset, cultivating an environment for cultural innovation with impacts across the Air Force. Driving synergy between the Department of Defense, academia, and industry, Colonel Yates created programs to develop airmen skilled in innovation, design thinking, and adaptive leadership, and who are trained to overcome complex situations. Utilizing a cross-functional team framework, he enhanced collaboration across diverse organizations, resulting in an unsurpassed increase of combat capability through the multifunctional airman concept. Through his efforts, we reshaped Air Combat Command's largest formal training unit enterprise, utilizing virtual reality and data-driven learning to reinforce objectives and standards while conserving critical flight hours. Furthermore, the Wing executed its first F-15E integrated combat turn in 20 years, validating its rapid re-employment capabilities. Colonel Yates' vision led to the Wing's first utilization of a mobile command and control element within a contested environment. These visionary operations culminated in Air Combat Command's first Agile Combat Employment Defense, Operation Rapid Force, and Exercise Agile Lion. These deployments solidified the 4th Fighter Wing's partnership with Headquarters Air Force, United States Air Forces in Europe, and United States Army Special Operations Command to develop paradigm-altering methods for how the Air Force presents States Air Force. Please remain standing as Major General Franks presents Colonel Gates with his official retirement orders.
Last chance. Got an extension right here in his arm. Maggie, ready to go? All right, publish the order.
By order of the Secretary of the Air Force, Special Order Number AL-000054, effective 31 July 2020, Colonel Don C. Gates is hereby relieved from active duty, organization, and station of assignment. Retired effective 1 August 2020, per AFI 363203, in the grade of Colonel.
Wing! Parade! Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of 4th Fire Wing, Colonel Don Gates.
In all due seriousness, I would ask that we all take a moment of silence. 2 nights ago, we lost a teammate at Shaw Air Force Base, young lieutenant, and I would just like to acknowledge the loss of that teammate and take a moment of silence. Many people have asked if this is a bittersweet day for my family and I. That's really the wrong word. It's a day of happiness and pride, and gratefulness as I contemplate what has been an incredible life experience over the last 2 years as the 4th Fire Wing Commander, and the last 20 plus years of serving the nation in both the Army and Air Force. I can still remember driving through the state as a lieutenant with Maggie, and at the time Tucson. We parked at base ops on Sunday and looked at the beautiful airplanes that I had dreamed about since I was a kid and couldn't believe that I was going to learn to fly. Now, many moons later, I'm happy to have had the opportunity to be a part of an amazing team here and at my other assignments. I am proud of the accomplishments we have made together, and I am grateful that I've been able to achieve my dream and share these experiences with all those I love and cherish. General and Mrs. Franks, boss, welcome back to Seymour Johnson Air Force Base and today's ceremony. Chief and Captain, great having you guys here. Chief Corn, Chief West, our new command chief, welcome. My vice and group commanders and superintendents out there, Jeremiah and Kate Daniels, Rick and Susie Sumner, and finally to all the incredible teammates here at 4th Fire Wing and out there at 916th Air Fielding Wing. Mag and I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your dedication, your sacrifice, and your service as we close this chapter of our lives and look to start a new one. I would also like to say welcome to the man and woman of the hour, Colonel Kurt and Tabitha Helpenstein and the lovely family who have traveled here far and wide. Team Seymour is excited for your leadership and welcomes you with open arms as you take the reins today of one of the largest fighter wings in the world. Ceremonies like these are hard to pull off, especially in light of current events, so I want to say thank you to a lot of people. Major Bronco Mangano and Captain Shari Hudson for their leadership to make this happen. I want to thank the best chaplain in the Air Force, the Platinum Standard for all, Major John Ravender, for his prayer. I want to thank Nola, Kristen, and all of my office staff for all the coordination to pull this off. Our comm squadron for their support, all the volunteers who helped with the setup, Lieutenant Andy Bradley for narrating, and again, we've already done an applause, but to Miss Rebecca Solar for an incredible national anthem. Great job. As many of you know, I didn't want a retirement ceremony. I know people say that these types of events are for the family, but my family knows what I've done and what I've sacrificed, what we've sacrificed. They've been there every step of the way. I love all of them and thank them for their service and sacrifice. Not only my family here, but those that are watching. We will celebrate as we have in private during our trip out there. I don't want to talk about my career or anything about any professional accomplishments. If you want to know about those, I can provide a little bit. Instead, I want to talk about how thankful I am to the Air Force for making me the man I am today. By giving me a chance when my back was against the wall, for giving me the opportunity to put food on the table, to put a roof over our heads, and provide those necessary things to survive on the path. I want to say how proud I am to have worn the uniform of this great country, and to have served with the amazing people that make up the teams who would all gladly give our lives for. But most of all, I want to say, I am eternally grateful to the Air Force for letting me live my dream. The Air Force journey has been an amazing experience that has made me and my family to the people we are today. Thank you, Air Force, for taking care of me and my family for all these years, for showing me what it means to be a part of something bigger than myself, and finally for helping me help my family achieve their hopes. Lucius Quintus Cincinnatus was a Roman statesman, a military leader who lived from 518 BC till his death in 430 BC. He was a simple farmer who rose to great power, leading Rome during the height of its influence in a time of crisis. Once he achieved his goal of protecting all that he loved, he relinquished his power and returned to his farm to live out the rest of his life. This story has always inspired me and served as a guiding light for the kind of leader I have always wanted to be. Cincinnatus teaches us that service is not about power or influence that are most important. We should always remember that the legacy of service for greater good is the most noble thing we can undertake in this lifetime. We should always remember that the humility of serving in that capacity, where you can use your power and influence for those you care about. We should always remember that the modesty that comes with power and influence are the true measure of service. And finally, we must always remember that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. The team should always come first. Cincinnatus didn't step off the path because he was mad or angry. He did it because he had achieved everything he set out to do and realized along the way that he wanted to enjoy his life in a different capacity. He knew it was time. The last 2 years have been an adventure of a lifetime. We have accomplished so much and done our part to make our team, our community, and our culture stronger, more resilient. I absolutely believe in my heart that all of us left it on the field and did everything in our power to advance the cause of national security, to create an environment where we can trust and empower our people, remove barriers, and enable them to achieve wonders. I want to say thank you to Steve and Misha, Brian and Shauna, Ryan and Nancy, Craig and April, Bill and Lara, Joel and Elizabeth, AJ and Cindy, Jason and Maria, and last but not least, Leah and Craig, for being great teammates the last 2 years. Maggie and I couldn't have done without you. I also want to say thank you to my brother from a different mother, Jeremiah and his lovely wife, Kate Daniels, for all their support and friendship these last 2 years. It was on our fishing trip in Alaska with the #6 crew that I realized that I needed to start living life more with those that I love, because we were all reminded by world events and tragedies like those at Shaw Air Force Base the night before last. That life is fragile and short. Thanks to you, brother. To all of my team, the team of teams, I'm so proud of you and all of your accomplishments these past 2 years. You transitioned and led the way through a Defense Health Agency leadership transition and moved from dead last to first to HCC medical readiness. You led the way towards the realization of what the power of an airman can be. We learned that a multifunction airman never says no or I can't. She can think in crisis and get the job done safely and effectively. We learned to set the tone for a new concept of Air Force employment called agility. You deployed on the first ever dynamic force employment to Europe, while simultaneously activating the first ever F-15 Global Response Force deployment. You delivered the first ever fighter JASM strike and helped plan the mission that supported those who killed the leader of ISIS. And all the while, continued to train world-class strike aircrew to support the nation's defense. On one day in July, you generated air power in 7 different countries simultaneously and stretched the boundaries of logistics, manpower, and equipment to demonstrate the true flexibility of the air power instrument unlike any wing in recent history. You also learned a little about culture, about mowing the grass, and watering the garden. Lessons that will reverberate for all of us throughout the rest of our lives. I'm so proud of all of you and will hold each and every one of you close to my heart, as I hope that you will continue to do amazing things. Set the standard and lead the way. Thanks to all of you for your service and sacrifice. Finally, I want want to tell Bigfoot and Tabitha that we are super proud of both of you. Maggie and I are so happy that we're putting this incredible unit in your more than capable, much larger hands. Hey. Congratulations to the both of you, as this will be an adventure of a lifetime. There will be ups and downs, as is everything in life. Ups and downs make life. Please know that we are both just a phone call away, and you need not worry about us creeping around the commissary. We found a nice place to shop our days. Good luck and Godspeed to both of you. In closing, I will close my eyes and remember what it was like to dance among the clouds. I will remember what it was like to walk amongst the most superb teammates anyone could ever ask for. And I will always remember what it was like to work with people who made the impossible possible. You represent the finest that America has to offer, and I will be forever grateful that I can say that I've walked alongside you, fought in the air with you, and loved and sacrificed. God bless Team Hopkinson. God bless all of our teammates here at Team Seymour and abroad. And God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 4th Rider Wing, the Vice Commander and Group Commanders will now render a final salute to Colonel Don Gates as Commander of the 4th Rider Wing.
Present! Hup! Order! Hup!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the official change of command.
What was the order?
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, according to Special Order Number 275, dated 2 July 2020, Colonel Don Gates relinquishes command of the 4th Rider Wing and Colonel Kurt Heldenstein assumes command, effective 2 July 2020, by order of Major General Chad Franks, Commander, 9th Air Force.
Sir, I relinquish command.
General, I assume command.
Wait! Hurry! Yes!
Introduce the Commander, 4th Rider Wing, Colonel Kurt Heldenstein.
General Franks, thank you for this honor. Tabitha, you're my rock. Kyle, really, you guys are absolutely family. Mom and Dad, thanks for making this trip to come out east to visit. Rebecca, thanks for singing. Benji, thanks for road tripping. I'm sure it was pretty epic. Rick and Susie, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming. Daniel, Steve, I can't wait to formally meet you guys a little bit later. To all my 4th Rider Wing teammates, I cannot wait to get to work and continue to hone the lethality and the readiness and professionalism that Colonel Yates has refined and put the foundation of this wing. Together, we'll transform the 4th Fighter Wing into a elite wing, prepared to rapidly blunt the baddest and meanest of enemy. We'll sustain dominant precision attack and methodically destroy our enemies, whether they be in the air or whether they be on the ground. I know this wing is ready for this challenge. And how? It's because Colonel Yates said it was. Colonel Yates, on behalf of the 4th Fire Wing, on behalf of Skidmark, on behalf of everybody we've ever instructed with, led, mentored, or even taken aside for a super secret conversation. Thank you. You have made all of us that have ever talked to you or been around you, you've made us all better. The 4th Fire Wing has been absolutely blessed to be led by one of the finest, most unorthodox, out of the box, big transformational, but selfless leaders in the Air Force now and forever. You're a great friend. You're a trusted mentor. And man, I'm miss you. So is the Air Force. Godspeed, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 4th Fire Wing, the Vice Commander and Group Commanders will now render a first salute to Colonel Kurt Helfenstein as Commander, 4th Fire Wing.
Please, attention! Present, as you work. Order!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today as we pay tribute to the 4th Fire Wing Commanders. We wish Colonel and Mrs. Yates all the best, and we warmly welcome Colonel and Mrs. Helfenstein and their family to the 4th Fire Wing. Please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Thank you for attending today's ceremony.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, flying high in the sun. Here they come.